Hi, my name is Charlotte Matthews. I'm owner of Safe Space Wellness, here to talk about shadow you versus light you. Really, I'm going to touch more on the shadow parts because the light part basically are the parts that are pleasant, that that authentic part of you that you don't mind people seeing. But it's more of that shadow part. When you hear people say shadows, those are the dark parts of yourself that you deem like unacceptable, undesirable, unpleasant, maybe even unlovable, and you may see them as a weak part of you. So, I'm going to talk more about shadow because that part is just as important when you're on this journey. And so, I personally feel that, I see a lot of people out here promoting love and light. And the way that is promoted really is, I feel like it's inaccurate, and it really, really does a disservice to your journey and growth if you're not careful. You may hear words such as, releasing your ego, removing your shadow part, stuff like that. There is nothing to remove because that shadow part is that's a part of you too. And so it is important to understand that whatever feelings come up, you should acknowledge them at all times, good and bad. That shadow part of you isn't meant to bring you shame or to make you weak. It really, I'm a firm believer that the correct way of doing things is to truly thrive in your power and your purpose is to face those parts and those layers, even those dark part of you. So what can happen if you don't face those things? You're basically repressing emotions. That's what you're doing, which of course is what I like to call a spiral effect, because repressing your emotions lead to buildups of anger, shame, regrets, and all kind of things, which leads to making poor decisions, operating in your trauma. And this will cause you to spiral into constant cycles of making bad decisions. And so, with that being said, that will eventually cause you to look at the world differently and blaming the world instead of having self-awareness. You're going to blame the world and everybody else for your shortcomings and, for your problems. And that's not what we want. So once you truly understand that shadow part of you, you will always understand that it's basically meant to be used as an ally to help you better understand the source of why you operate the way you do, so that you can truly understand yourself, so that you can eventually live in your truth and be your most authentic